Dun 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 dun. This is Millennial Man Motions Entertainment, LLC. It is July of 2023, and I am back with my friend and co-host Avi, and we're going to be talking about the first four Die Hard movies and a little tiny bit about the fifth. We're going to be starting actually with Die Hard 2 first, and then you'll hear the order of the rest in a bit. But welcome back on, Avi. We discussed that we want to talk about the Die Hard series now. Before we get into Die Hard 2 from 1990, what do you think when it comes to the fifth and most recent movie from 2013, Die Hard 5, A Good Day to Die Hard?
Well, it's very low interested, even because it's been like a month after, almost a half a year about because Sandy Hook promises too much killing to the children about this.
Was the Sandy Hook at the end of 2012?
Yeah, that's what happened a year before. Next year about the release of the Good Day to Die Hard, the fifth Die Hard in early 2013. They lost they complain about is too much gun violence.
That's true. Here's what I want to say about it. I wasn't impressed with the overall movie. I took myself to see it. One time was more than enough. I just took myself, and it was very I thought it had. What say? I'm sorry.
Not involved in it.
It was what?
The police authority are not involved in it.
No, not really. What I was going to say was I just thought it had this weak story where his adult son, he wants to find his adult son, and they go to the Soviet and Russia and a weak villain, and it's just, it doesn't feel like a Die Hard movie. It's just all over the place. And I just thought, I don't want to talk about it too much, but long story short, I thought Die Hard 5 or A Good Day to Die Hard, that last one from 2013, was a complete garbage mess, and I think it wasn't needed. It was not a good way to end off the franchise series at all. But yeah, like you said with the whole Sandy Hook, that didn't help with the matter either. But overall, definitely the worst in the series. I think everybody would say mostly safely. Now with the Die Hard 5, A Good Day to Die Hard now out of the way, we're mainly talking about now today. Die Hard 2 from 1990. What are your first initial opening thoughts when it comes to Die Hard 2 from 1990?
Well, I only see it a few times, but but even though it's not that interested about but even though it's it's not like takes like you said, it's not like take place in the tallest building. Now it's like the airport. It's like
the Washington D.C. airport is part of it. I want to tell you that
a comedy version of Airplane. They want to do something action serious.
Say again. What happened?
It's not like you're watching a comedy spoof of Airplane, but you need something like now with the action involved.
Well, now that you mentioned that, before I forget, if anybody's watching this now and you haven't caught our Airplane movie discussion, go back a few videos ago, and we recently, about a month or so ago, talked about the Airplane comedy. So check that out if you haven't done so already. But I wanted to point out to you, Avi, to help you remember with some of the bad guys, enemies in this one. Did you know that the guy that
Robert Patrick is in it.
Well, I wasn't going to go with him yet, but tell me about him first. Who did he play?
Patrick makes a small part, just a small part.
Who does he play? Who does he play?
He's one of the members of the terrorists.
Oh, so he is part of the bad group.
He got gunned down by Bruce Willis. So
he gets gunned.
What?
He gets gunned down. He's one of the bad guys, and he gets gunned down by Bruce Willis.
Yeah, from what you call the ventilation, about where he's. And,
from the ventilation, you said?
Yeah, from ventilation.
Okay, and this is a year before he does T1 from T1000. Okay, so that Robert Patrick right now.
As Robert Patrick got killed by only three action heroes who found the Planet Hollywood restaurant. One is Arnold Schwarzenegger who killed Robert Patrick in Terminator 2, and then there's Sylvester Stallone in Copland.
Oh, what happened real quick in Copland?
Well, the movie's about the police corruption in Jersey.
Right. So what happened with Robert Patrick with Stallone in Copland exactly?
Stallone shot him.
Okay, so Stallone shot him. Arnold did what he did, and then you said what happened in Die Hard 2 with the ventilator and stuff here. The other villain outside of Robert Patrick that I want to mention to you is the guy that played the United States President in Iron Man 3.
William Sadler.
Yes, William Sadler, who's also in the Bill and Ted sequels.
And the Bogus Journey
Yeah,
as
the-
the Grim
And
Reaper.
the Grim Reaper, and then he also comes back for Face the Music, the third Bill and Ted. So first we got Robert Patrick, which you taught me about Stallone thing there, and how he was done in Die Hard 2 by Bruce Willis. Oh, and by the way, everyone, by the time we're recording this, unfortunately, Bruce Willis had to retire from acting due to his own health conditions.
Of dementia.
Yeah, something along those lines. All right, so what was the name of the black guy villain? Who's the black guy villain?
John Amos.
Okay, yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff also.
Even like in the minis, even like since started, like even does his TV shows. So remember the TV shows and the best of all, I remember I saw him in Roots. You know,
Okay, yeah, I know him. I definitely know him from Roots. Definitely from
and
Roots.
Coming to America.
And Coming to America. Coming to America, hilarious, funny movie. Not so much the sequel 30 years later.
Recently, John Amos he stars with Adam Sandler in the dramatic film called Uncut Gems.
Oh yeah, I never watched that, but I know I've heard of it. I heard things about it and such. Yes. So also now this is to me what I don't like about this movie is it's very much in many ways like a carbon repeat of the first movie.
Christmas movie.
Well, yeah, it's Christmas. I think it's Christmas again, but also that they bring back that annoying newscaster guy
from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he was also in Ghostbusters. Yeah, he was also in Ghostbusters. They bring back that news reporter guy, and then they bring back his wife. His wife, and then in the third movie, he only
also they bring back the actor that plays Al Powell.
Oh yeah, wait, who plays Al Powell? Who plays?
Well, he's the actor who's also in the TV show Family Matters.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, you mean the dad from Family Matters?
Reginald.
Yes, yeah. He's brought back. That makes it a repeat. They bring him back from the Family Matters dad guy, and then back to the wife for a sec. But yes, that's true about Family Matters. Thank you, Family Matters cop guy. Is that so the wife's in the first two movies. She's just heard over the Bruce Willis only talks to her over the phone line in the third movie, and then she's completely out of the fourth and fifth movie. Well, she's only on a phone line in the third movie. We'll get to the third movie in a few soon enough, but we're doing Die Hard 2 first, and then everybody will be doing after Die Hard 2. We'll be looking at Die Hard 4.0, as it's sometimes known as Live Free or Die Hard from 2007. And yeah, again, check out Airplane review commentary if you guys haven't heard of Airplane yet. What else do you think the audience should know about Die Hard 2?
Well, how did Bruce Willis escape from the rocket launcher about to blow up the plane? He used the ejection seat about this very over top special effects about almost like pre-3D moments.
Yes, I like that's kind of neat. Yeah, everybody, I'm actually if you've clicked on this to watch us talk about this, that thing he's talking about right now with the ejector stuff is actually the thumbnail I used for the Die Hard 2 thumbnail of this video. So yeah.
Also, do you know who's directed that movie for Die Hard 2?
Was it like Redland something?
Rennie Harlan, the Finland director. Other movies directed is Sylvester Stallone, the Cliffhanger, and he directed before Die Hard 2. He directed the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, the fourth franchise.
I didn't know about Nightmare on Elm Street. That's okay. That's interesting about Nightmare stuff. Cliffhanger. Are they trying to do like a sequel or reboot to that or something?
Well, that's rumors. That's gonna be a rumors like. Sylvester can't play because you saw a preview about like the one about the Paramount Plus advertisement.
Okay, so they might be doing something like that.
Sylvester will stay hanging on the mountain of himself, face of himself.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a recent trailer for Expendables 4 by Stallone, and I was not impressed by the Expendables 4 trailer. I actually like the trailer for Equalizer 3 better than Expendables 4. And they're supposed to be both coming out in the same month. But yeah, right now I've seen Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 twice. I just got out of seeing it for the second time this afternoon after seeing it last Wednesday. And I will have release a review of it at some point. Alright, so back to Die Hard 2. So we talked a little bit about some of the characters, including starting off with the bad guy villains. So this is one mainly about the Washington, D.C. airport, where the terrorists, what was their plan again?
about to free the one the other supporting villain, about to bring back the the one with the exile, some Cuban guy,
Oh, okay, some Cuban guy they released. Okay, and Will Sandler. How do you say his name? William
Sadler.
Sadler. Doesn't he in one scene when he's introduced, is he like trying to like work out naked or something?
The karate, tai chi, and naked.
Yeah, like they're working out naked. All right. And you said again, remind us again how Robert Patrick was taken out. You said from a ventilator.
Yeah, from ventilation. About even though there's an ambush at the room that's under construction. About where he takes out all the SWAT, but the terrorists take down all the SWAT type.
Okay.
Then Bruce Willis comes in unexpectedly from the top of the ceiling and gunned him down.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. When it's Robert Patrick, the main thing I think about when I think about Robert Patrick is just he is the T-1000 from T2. That's how I mean.
It's like that's where they almost casted from properly a facial glance and pose.
Yeah, and I like all that stuff, and I like how you mentioned how the ejector thing was.
Robert Patrick, since 2002, in the end of the X-Files, he's replaced as a main cast in the later season of the X-Files.
That's very true. That's also true. He did. He was part of the X-Files in the later seasons. I don't know if. What was the main actor's name again?
Duchovny.
What's say again?
David Duchovny.
Yeah, that's it. Did David Duchovny ever come back for the final episode of that show?
Well, the series finale, but even
No, I'm asking. Did he come back for the series finale?
Yeah, he came back.
Okay, and then they had a few movies, and then they had it run again for some further seasons, like more recently.
Yeah, revival.
The revivals. Yeah. Again, I just mainly think of him as the T-1000 from T2 outside of all that other stuff.
Right.
I think he was also in the first Charlie's Angels sequel.
The sequel.
Yeah, the sequel to Charlie's Angels. Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
And Spy Kids.
Oh, I didn't know about Spy Kids. That's a Spy Kids thing. Okay, yeah.
It's like it's various roles. His typecast is always like a government and then plays a villain type.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think that's true. I just think as far as, back to Bruce Willis as John McClane, I just thought that it's really sad about his real life health condition with, I think you said it was kind of maybe dementia or something along those lines, because they were trying to make him act in like these like last few direct to video movies where you can clearly see he has a health problem, and it's kind of sad that they pushed him to do those movies with the way his condition is. But again, I just think it's like a repeat, too many of the same beats of Die Hard 2. I think at least when we got to the third Die Hard, which we'll talk about a little bit later in another one, Die Hard 3, Die Hard with a Vengeance, makes something different in a way. Well, not exactly completely,
also,
but like...
The Die Hard with a Vengeance, not produced by Joel Silver.
What happened with Joel Silver?
He cannot produce the third and fourth of the Die Hards.
He did or did not?
Did not. No.
Why didn't he?
So sometimes it's like maybe it's something like under a contract or something about maybe he just want to move on. He works now. Mostly he works for Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, I know the Warner Brothers because I know he worked on The Matrix.
Matrix and Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon and The Matrix.
All because it's overreaction.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I know he worked for Warner Brothers and Matrix, that kind of stuff, and you said Lethal Weapon.
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, did you say Sherlock Holmes?
With Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that name, say that again.
He also produced V for Vendetta.
Okay, I know the V for Vendetta, but go back to Sherlock for a sec. I wanted to say that I heard that the only thing stopping a Sherlock Holmes 3 from happening is Robert Downey Jr.'s blessing. Like, they didn't want to do without him. So if Robert Downey Jr. says he has ready for a third Sherlock Holmes, he'd do it. Otherwise, that's what's taking Sherlock Holmes 3 take so long to take place. Is there anything you didn't like about Die Hard 2? Anything you liked? What else do you think the audience should know?
The military guy, about how they could be involved, the military involved about the joining about the preventing the terrorism, but even though actually they're in part of it.
Wait, what about the military guy? Say this again.
that John Amos was who led the military to stop the about the terrorism. But they're in cahoots.
Okay, well, in cahoots doesn't sound good. Yeah, like you said earlier, the only thing I really know him from mainly is what he was doing with the '70s Roots show, The Roots.
Yeah. There are quite a few hints that Major Grant is working with Colonel Stewart, aside from the Blue Light team, swapping to rifle magazines marked with different color tape when heading to the firefight at the church. There's also one point near the beginning when Garber is telling Stewart someone's got sick and a replacement was brought in. Grant's radio man, Telford, is a replacement, informing McLean that he was brought in because Grant's regular communications experts came down with appendicitis.
Oh.
Grant even grabs the notes Carmine is writing with the location of the bad guys and says they had their locations without even reading it or hearing any announcements. Also, when Grant is snarling threats at Stewart on the communicator, Stewart and his men are smiling broadly. While it looks like they're just chuckling at the both, it turns out they're engaged to kick out Grant, hamming up for the cops.
Okay. What was that? Was that part of the storyline?
The trivia.
Oh, trivia. Oh, that was actually trivia. Okay, what other trivia do you think the audience should know about?
In the making up featurette for Die Hard with a Vengeance, Reginald Vell Johnson said that after his appearance in the first two Die Hard films, he would be frequently teased and joked at by friends and people on the streets for his character obsession with Twinkies, with some people even going so far as to buy Twinkies and throw them into his car.
Wait. What are they saying with him about the Twinkies?
He was frequently teased and joked at by friends and people on the street for his character obsession with Twinkies.
Ah.
Some people even going so far as to buy Twinkies.
Well, I mean, like, only thing I know is that he was, like it just said, he was only in the first two. He wasn't in any ones after the first two.
Yeah. Maybe he's just, like, getting tired of it. Like,
yeah. I don't know, but, I guess he had, like, a small little role in the second one, right?
Small, I could give her information.
Right, and then the annoying news reporter guy's back, who was also in Ghostbusters. Then we get a little bit of his wife in the second movie also. She's only on the phone in the third movie, and then, we'll get to the rest of the movies in time, but,
Also is in that is Fred Thompson.
Oh yeah, he was in other shows, and he was also in politics.
And also, mainly he's just stars of Law and Order.
Yeah, Law and Order.
Mainly, he's in real life. He's also like district attorney about like.
Yeah, Law and Order, and did political like stuff.
Yeah. And this is the only movie of Die Hard anthology where John McClane is an LAPD officer, which he mentions that he was transferred to, so he could be closer to his wife Holly.
Wait, hold on, back up. Talking too fast. This is the only movie where he's what?
Working as an LAPD officer.
Oh, that's interesting. Only the one was to be that. Okay.
But he mentions that he transfers so he can be closer to his wife Holly. In the only other movies, he is an NYPD officer.
Okay, so that's very specific about all those. All right, cool. What else?
Major Grant's commando team is referred to as Blue Light. This was the name of the real-life U.S. military anti-terrorist team formed within the Army's 5th Special Forces Group in the 1970s. It was eventually replaced by a Delta Force who recruited personnel from the entire Army, rather than just the Special Forces soldiers.
Oh, wow, okay, that's a lot of information there.
And also, according to Rennie Harlan, the director of the DVD commentary, the shooting was originally going to take place in Washington State around the winter time. When the crew got there, it was uncharacteristically warm, mid-50 degrees Fahrenheit. This prompted the crew to travel throughout the Northwest and back in search of snow, which seemed to melt wherever they arrived. Most of the time, the snow was either trucked in from Canada or was made up of an assortment of look-alike snow, paper flakes, potato flakes, marble dust, rock salt, etc. Okay. However, when the crew was in Colorado to film their snowmobile chase, they had set up blankets of fake snow when the massive blizzard with temperatures well below freezing, or 70 degrees Fahrenheit, swept the state.
Okay.
The shooting had to be shut down.
Now, does any of the trivia say anything about Bruce Willis and John McClane? Anything about him in the trivia?
Yeah, the Bruce Willis or the.
Yeah, anything about Bruce Willis in there? I know he also was in a bit part of Charlie's Angels Full Throttle as well.
So so trying to look for
Yeah,
it.
anything
The
about?
scene where McClane climbs a ladder from the service tunnels up onto the runway and then nearly gets run over by Esperanza's plane. Was filmed from 6 different locations.
Wait,
Grenada
what? Wait,
Hill,
what was filmed from 6 different locations?
about climbs a ladder from the service tunnels up onto the runway
Okay,
and nearly gets run over. There are 6 locations.
okay.
Grenada Hills, California. McClane and the attendant climb up the ladder. Los Angeles, California. Close-ups of Esperanza inside the plane's cockpit. Mojave Desert, California. Head-on view of the plane in the sky approach. Alpena, Michigan. Exterior shot of the grading door on the runway. San Francisco, California. Rear shot of the plane on approach with runway and the runway lights in the background.
Oh, okay. Is there any other trivia, or is there any memorable quote lines?
The general is from Valverde. The fictitious Latin American country used
Wait,
to
what's happening with the Latin American country?
The support villain, the general, is from Valverde. The fictitious Latin American country is from Mando.
Okay. Oh, wow, that's very interesting there. Okay. Yeah, I just thought it was like I didn't think they have a really good storyline. It just had too many of those same things from the first movie. Of all the sequels, it's like it's the first sequel, but it's my least favorite sequel out of saying that Die Hard 5 is the worst. So I'd have Die Hard 5, A Good Day to Die Hard in last place, followed by Die Hard 2, 1990, which is why we're doing Die Hard 2 first before any of the other ones.
It was based on a novel
Each and every Die Hard is from a different novel or a different story source, a different story novel. Yes, each movie has a different novel source.
It's based on a novel by Walter Wager.
Yes.
And also makes an early appearance is John Leguizamo.
Oh, that's right. He's in this movie also. For any John Wick fans, I believe he's in some of the John Wicks as well.
John Wick's
Yeah, isn't John Lismy also in some of the John Wicks?
John Wick's. Oh yeah.
I think he is. I think he's in some of those. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you know there's a character named Shockley? Is played by Mark Boone Jr.
What was the name and who was it?
The character's name's Shockley, played by Mark Boone Jr.
I don't know who that is. Who is that supposed to be?
Mark Boone Jr. You saw him in the Batman Begins, the one who took some money from the falafel stand, and then he got rapping like hang upside down by the Batman. Yeah, do I look like a cop?
Okay. I know who you're talking about now. In Batman Begins with falafel and Christian Bale saying to him, "Do I look like a cop?" Okay, what happened with him in this movie?
In this movie, Shockley,
What's it called?
in the Die Hard 2,
His character's name is called what?
Shockley.
And who is What is Shockley? Is he a bad guy? Is he neutral? Who is he?
Could be a bad guy, but you know Mark Boone Jr. He also works again with before Batman Begins with Christopher Nolan in Memento.
Okay, yeah, I've seen parts of Memento, but not. It's a complicated movie. But since you speak of Christopher, I want to get to Batman Begins in a sec. But first, since you mentioned Memento and things of that nature, which was one of Nolan's first movies and R-rated movies. For everybody, Oppenheimer is Chris Nolan's first R-rated movie since Insomnia. So if anybody's a Chris Nolan fan, he's coming out with Oppenheimer soon with a rated R rating, and the trailer was showed for it before Mission Impossible. But back to Batman Begins for a sec. So the guy that is the bad guy in Batman Begins, where Batman goes up and says, "Do I look like a cop?" Going up, oh, so that guy, yeah, with falafel, yeah. Okay, so I'd have to re-see him in being in Die Hard 2. Okay, now I know who you're talking about. Yeah. You said, is there any more trivia? Any more trivia that you find is noteworthy? And then also, are there
about for the spoiler about the explosion of the plane, about empty the fuel of the plane with the villains are getting away with and that's where he lights a match. He says "Yippee-ki-yay!"
Oh well, of course he says that line. That's his line. We'll talk more about how that line is in the fourth movie, but yeah, he says that line for it's signature line for him. Again, very sad about his health condition now.
The TV series MythBusters tested the idea of blowing up a 747 by igniting a stream of jet fuel and rated it as busted. They found that jet fuel, essentially kerosene, was extremely hard to light in liquid form, especially in the blizzards, The flames would not have propagated fast enough to catch up to the plane.
Okay. Wow. That's a
mistake.
Oh, that's interesting. So, is there how much more trivia is there? That's a lot of trivia.
About like I don't know. There's like for 50 or something like.
Oh, just say the ones that you think are noteworthy or worth talking about. It doesn't have to be all of them. Because then I also want to hear some of the quotes, some memorable.
Bruce Willis was paid $7.5 million for his work on the film.
Right. Okay. Which was that considered high at the time?
Maybe highest. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. What about some quotes? Are there any memorable quote lines from the movie?
Yeah, here's the one with Robert Patrick.
Okay. Sure, Robert Patrick.
The SWAT team escorted Barnes reaching the moving sidewalk on the NX Skywalk. Chief Engineer Leslie Barnes says, on the phone to we're in the NX Skywalk. I can see the air raid. I'll give you a call for protocol tests as soon as it's hot. That's all for now. Hangs up. We hear Barnes gives the instructions to the SWAT team sergeant. At the other end of the sidewalk, we see Sheldon set down this roller to start to reach for his gun. They stop the rollers. Right, sir, you got it. At the end of the sidewalk, O'Reilly presses the stop button that shuts down the walkway. All 6 of the men nearly lose their balance. He then turns his back to them. What the hell's going on? It's the worker at the end of the sidewalk. Hey, put that back on. As they continue along the walkway, Loki and Shockley start to reach for their weapons. Shockley is one of the terrorists.
That's a good line from Robert Patrick there. Okay, that's nice.
Hey, Asa, what do I look like to you? O'Reilly turns around, holding a Glock 17 in his left hand. That's O'Reilly as Robert Patrick, a sitting duck.
A sitting duck, nice. Okay, cool.
All right, he shoots the sergeant in the head, killing him instantly, and then dives for cover as the other officer returns fire. McClane hears a gunfire from inside the ventilation shaft. Yes, shit. He draws breath. Damn it! I hate when I'm right.
Oh wow, okay. Now wait, outside of that Fred Thompson guy, wasn't there another guy that was another cop guy there that was also
Dennis Franz.
Yeah, Dennis Franz. Wasn't he also in Law and Order?
NYPD. NYPD.
Oh, was it NYPD? I mix all those shows up.
You know the one about the last line of the movie. Hey, remember that car that we told you about? Yeah. Besides, he ripped the paper. It's Christmas.
Okay. All right.
Maybe he's very skeptical about the terrorists, about when he starts to believe about when Bruce Willis shots him, when he finds out that the bullets is actually a blank.
Okay. Oh wait. Oh yeah. I remember I never remember a blank gun thing with the first movie. But what are you saying with a blank now? With what?
Well, a second. Let me find out.
What happened with blanks and guns? Just so we're sure about what all this is about.
1 second.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Carmen Lorenzo. Hey McClane, you get this parking ticket in from my airport? Yeah. So he turns on the ticket up. Oh, what the hell? It's Christmas.
All right, so this is the second movie that also features Christmas. I don't know whether or not there's any holiday in the third movie, but I know.
Because even though that same day, same year as the Die Hard 2, there's releasing Home Alone.
Oh, I know. Everybody, Alvin and I are gonna be, God willing, talking about Home Alone 1 and 2 this November in a few months. So watch out for our Home Alone 1 and 2 discussions. Home Alone 1 and Die Hard 2 came out the same year. The third movie, I don't recall what holiday it was around, if it was, but I know when we get to the fourth movie, Live Free or Die Hard, it takes place over the 4th of July.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Grant said.
I saw the fourth movie with my dad in 2007.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Live Free or Die Hard next after.
Another quote.
Sure, more quotes, please.
Returned from a brutal fight with terrorists. McClane, you alright? You want a medic? McClane, what the hell do you think you're doing out there, huh? Playing with John Wayne? How do you like to spend the rest of the night in the cell? Lorenzo, shut the F up and do something useful. Hey, you can't talk to me like that. Oh no, Carmine. Sergeant, get this bureaucrat out of McClane's face. Now. What pleasure, sir.
So Rumble. So I don't put these on YouTube. I just put them on Rumble. So Rumble doesn't mind how you talk. So if you want to, freely say your language of F words or whatever the word might be, go all out there with your words. I'm not gonna censor how you talk about the F bomb and F word there. But say however you want to talk. The climax, Bruce Willis at the end. How does he dispose of the main final boss villain?
After he secretly opens up the fuel latch.
Oh, okay, a fuel thing. Okay.
That leaks out. So
okay.
About that, it's never happened about when the fuel gets frozen during winter time.
Okay. I just want to let you know, Avi, we've just reached the 30-minute point. Just to give you reference of time-wise, we've just reached the 30 minutes in.
Right. All right. And also about Comp Lorenzo says, I don't need full fucking forensics to tell me all some punk stealing luggage. That punk pulled a Glock 7 on me.
I don't know which quote that was from, but I'm just glad you went all out.
Die Hard 2.
No, I know that, but which part of Die Hard 2?
Which part in the airport?
Oh, somewhere in the airport. Okay, I'm glad you actually said the actual word there. It's all good. Cool to say the word. Cool. All right. Yeah, this is my least favorite piece of trash garbage. Die Hard 5, A Good Day to Die Hard. That was a really not a well way to end off the series with on that note.
You already said that.
Yeah, but then Die Hard 2 is next for me, which is why we're doing Die Hard 2 next here after briefly talking about Die Hard 5. Anything that you like the best about this movie, or is it just kind of okay?
Kind of okay.
Yeah, I would say also that it's just kind of okay. I would give this like a C grade.
Well, I give it a B.
All right, I'll give it a C, and you'll give it a B.
Because even though sometimes if you watch it at the movies, it turns out as they say, Gene Siskel give it a great movie, the best movie in 1990 film.
I never always agreed with all of his reviews, but I did watch his old archive of reviews when he was still alive. I mean, whatever they show of him when he's still alive, also, talking with Roger Ebert.
Also, do you know one of the one of the pilots is called Meanie.
What happened with one of the pilots?
One of the actor who plays one of the playing the pilot is the Irish actor Dave called Meanie.
I'm not exactly sure who that is.
He's in one of the later Star Trek series.
Oh, okay, yeah, I never really got into Star Trek.
And so also about do you know one actor I don't like is the one that actor plays the cops. It's not Dennis Franz. Is the actor's name Robert Costanza.
Who is Robert Costanza, and why don't you like him?
Because he's very too annoying and about. But it turns out that same year, Dad likes him in that role in the Total Recall about the one that's played named Harry, who's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Was he also in Total Recall?
Yeah, best known.
Did you not like him in both movies or just one of the movies?
Well, Dad's like him in Total Recall. Best known quote is, "You blab, Quake. You blabbed about the Mars."
Did you like him better in Total Recall than in Die Hard 2?
Well, even though Robert Costanza, he's the one voicing the Batman the animated series as one of the Detective Harvey Bullock.
He actually played the voice of Harvey Bullock in the animated series of Batman?
Yeah, nice. The one Gotham Police about the big guy who was very almost corrupt, so he doesn't trust the Batman.
Okay. That goes to another Batman show there, or Batman movie or program. So back to not Die Hard 2, but back to Total Recall that you mentioned. Total Recall was really well done. That was also by how do you say the director's name again?
Paul Verhoeven.
Paul, who did a lot of movies.
The
Dutch director there. Total Recall 1990, really well done. Total Recall remake in the 21st century, also crap, but the original by him is good. All right.
Do you know who directed the remake of the Total Recall?
Wasn't it the same director of Live Free or Die Hard, Len Wiseman?
And Underworld.
Yeah, and the Underworld. He dated or married the Wonder Woman the Underworld actress. Yeah. Yeah, that her and she was in the Pearl Harbor. Yeah.
Pearl Harbor and
the Total Recall 1990, pretty great. Total Recall, the remake by Len Wiseman, crap, not so good. But however, Colin Farrell is quite swell as the new Penguin in the Batman Matt Reeves movies.
Yeah. It also recently got first time nominated for the Oscar in the Banshees of Inisherin.
Wait, what happened there? What's that about?
It's also the first time he got nominated for the Oscar.
Who got nominated?
Colin Farrell.
Oh, for doing what?
The Banshees of Inisherin. It's a dark comedy.
Oh, some dark comedy. Okay. Okay. All right. That's interesting there. All right. I said C. You said B. What are your final thoughts and opinions on Die Hard 2 from 1990?
Don't ever trust about the police about if you want to do it independently in the airport about under the snow time.
Wait. Well, yeah. So didn't John McClane? He kind of just did his own thing and tried to stay away and be away from the police. Again, he was trying to do his own thing again.
Yeah, it's just like
because he doesn't trust the police.
Yeah, he's like almost like if you don't want to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger type, the anti-authority.
Right, and now currently, right, exactly. Now currently, Arnold Schwarzenegger has some sort of TV show where whatever it's about. I forget what it's called, Fubar or something. I don't know. He's got some
Netflix show. It's like a Netflix.
Yeah, it's like some Netflix show going on right now. But I don't like that on network TV.
It's a documentary about himself.
Okay, yeah, and then there's a documentary also about himself. I didn't like on TV that without use of Arnold Schwarzenegger, they did a separate Harry Tasker and a separate Helen Tasker for an unrelated True Lies TV show. I never watched a single episode. There should have just been a True Lies 2 with Arnold and Jamie Lee Curtis and not whatever that TV show was about. But that's just my opinion. Yeah. So let's see. We just reached the 36-minute point. So anything you want to tell the audience about that?
Also, the other role William Sadler plays in is the best work is a Stephen King movie, The Shawshank Redemption.
What part? Yeah, he was in. That's right. He was in that also. What did he play in this Shawshank Redemption?
He plays one of the prisoners who accompanies with Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins.
Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, so he was with with those characters there in that movie.
And the Green Mile.
Well, I don't know so much about the Green Mile, but I did see the Shawshank. Was he bad or good in Shawshank?
Well, sometimes he plays the prisoners either. It's either choice about.
Okay. For anybody that likes the show, is familiar with the Starz show, the original Power 2014 to 2020. He played Tommy Egan's dad in season 4 and 5 of the original Power, and played the United States President in Iron Man 3. He was, and like you just said, he also played the Reaper type character in the second and third Bill and Ted, second and third. But the third movie, Face the Music, not so good.
Well, I can see Face the Music about. If it's a good, bad,
you might actually like it. You might actually like Face the Music, Bill and Ted 3. But me personally, I think it was not as well as it could have been. Not as well as it possibly could be.
It's supposed to be released that year, 2020, but due to the
Bill and Ted Face the Music still came out in August of 2020.
I know, but despite all the theaters been closed.
No, yeah, the theaters were closed, but they gave it like a TV home release.
Yeah, like a DVD home release.
Yeah, the DVD home release. I saw it. I made a review about it on my original podcasting channel. You might actually like it better than I do because we'll all have different tastes of things. But me personally, I think Bill and Ted 3 Face the Music could have been a whole lot better than it was. It just kind of blatted me.
Also is in Die Hard 2 is an actor's named Vondi Curtis Hall.
Who is that?
He's a brother, maybe related. It's one of the military guy, but it's also just like John Amos.
Who was he? Who was he, and what else was he in? This guy.
He's also with John Amos. Coming to America.
Right, Coming to America. Really funny movie.
He's also related with Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio Hall is his friend there, yeah.
Bonnie Curtis Hall in Coming to America, he plays one of the people who recognize Eddie Murphy as actually the prince of the wherever.
Right, yeah. Coming to America was very, very well, very swell. Coming to America, very funny, hilarious. Coming to America 2, 30 years later, not so much.
All
right. So I hope you all enjoyed us. Avi and I talking about Die Hard 2. We're going to be doing Die Hard 4. Live Free or Die Hard next. Avi, try to stay on the line for my closing this time, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Backing up, doing the close. Everybody, support your local movie theater throughout the decade of the 2030s to support the cinematic experience on a big blown up screen of great visual and audio quality, especially if you see it in like a real IMAX, which is only at the Franklin Institute, with a bunch of community of strangers in a community-like experience, especially for something like John Wick Chapter 4 or Mission Impossible 7 Dead Reckoning Part 1, and hopefully at some point next year, whenever Deadpool 3 ends up being released, and hopefully Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2, because streaming online at home is just not the same at all. We'll see, everybody dance and have a good time. This is friend and co-host Avi and Millennial Man Motions Entertainment LLC signing out till Die Hard 4.0, live free or die hard. Dun 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 dun. Oh, Avi has one last thing to say. I'm listening up. And he's just canceling out. Okay, here we go. Everybody, we'll see you next time. Woo!